Oh. This is my latest acquisition, and it is one of the coolest, if not the coolest car that I've ever bought in my whole life. And this is my fake Evo that is converted into rear-wheel drive, and this is sort of the combination of everything I like. I'm a huge fan of Mitsubishi, and also I like my Nissans. My first car was a Nissan S13 with an SR20 DE automatic that is being converted into manual, and then I swapped it for a R32 with an RB20. I absolutely loved it, and my third car was actually an Evo. So this car is actually the combination of everything that I like. When I saw this car for sale, I really couldn't say no. Now that the S600 is gone, now this is going to replace the S600, and it is the ticket for me to really start to get my feet wet into drifting. And this car, it might look just like an Evo, but it is actually a fake Evo. Underneath the bonnet it is even crazier. So when this car popped up in Facebook Marketplace, I thought this car looked really familiar, and turns out it is actually Mike Lake's car. Now, if you're not familiar with Mike and what he does the most insane things. Right now, he's the only person in Australia that does insane builds. So when I was picking up this car, I was actually able to see Lamborghini in person, his fake Lambo build, and look at how it sounds. Okay, so now back to the Evo. Now, this car started off as a base model Lancer, and what it did was essentially a Vivo build. Now, what Vivo is in Australia is called fake Evo. So people would take these Lancers and they will slam really tacky body kits to make it look like an Evo. So essentially, this car started off as a Vivo build, where Mike actually turboed this car, slammed on the body kit, and happy days. Well, and this car was actually stolen from his place, and the thieves actually blew the engine up and just dumped it on the side of the road. He managed to recover this car, and he literally said he's gonna turn this car into rear-wheel drive, which honestly I didn't buy it at first, because not only it is insane amount of work, it is practically impossible. But shout out to Mike, he actually, not only he did it, he documented the whole entire process on his YouTube channel, and this car actually grew his channel from 13,000 subscribers to 100,000 subscribers. And I am so honored to be able to meet Mike in person and purchase this vehicle from him and make sure the legend lives on. So here I am, basically the coolest car that I've bought with an amazing history, and this is what all this is about. I don't just buy normal cars, I buy cars that are fun to drive, and it has a really cool story that has gone into it. Now, obviously this is not a normal car, and now while we are doing the test drive, the car actually shed itself, and what happened is the clutch slave actually blew, and we lost our clutch. So we are stranded on the side of the road, and Mike, being an absolute legend, he actually tried his best to make it work. Now at the end, we couldn't get the clutch to be working, so he decided to just drive the car without a clutch back to his shop, and he pulled an all-nighter to basically prep the car and put everything back into place, and to make sure like the car is ready for the next day. And when I picked up the car, I couldn't be more happier. Now, starting the tour of my new Evo, and as you can see, I really like the dandelion yellow. It reminds me that I'm in the Jackie Chan movie. It has the flares, the white body, the wing, and especially the corner. I don't know what you call this. Yeah, but these Evo lights. Now this whole thing is just insanely cool, and video do not do any justice, because in person this thing looks a lot crazier. Now, before showing you under the bonnet, I'll just show you what it looks like on the inside. You have full or bucket seats. You have a cage. A lot of the dash is actually really clean. You have the power tune dash, manual. You have the hydro handbrake for drifting, obviously. And this whole thing is just really a race car spec. It even has a winding windows as well, like you will find on a rally car. And the coolest thing of all, it has to be the back seats, because a lot of people would have removed the back seats, and but Mike actually put in all the effort to put all of the interior in place, and when it has the cage on, it is absolutely it is amazing. So let's move on to the bonnet, and that's where the magic really is. And look at that. It is absolutely insane. So I don't know the specific details of how he does it. So basically he dropped the entire original frame, he welds in a custom frame to mount the engine this way, and a custom trans tunnel. The whole front end is basically an S13 front end, and on the rear end is actually NB MX-5 back end with a welded diff, which is a really interesting experience to drive. I've never driven a welded diff car before, but this is just it is really interesting. Big turbo, CA18, and when the boost kicks in, the rear just kicks out. It's like a spike in power. It's very similar to like the older 930 turbos. When the turbo kicks in, it just goes. Hopefully this wouldn't be a widow maker. So with that being said, there's nothing to do right now other than going for a drive. So let's go. Oh. Oh. I can barely breathe. Okay, let's start the car. Oh. And this is how I get out every single time. And do you know what's even weirder about this car? Now this car, it does not smell like a Mitsubishi at all. All Mitsubishis, especially the 90s Mitsubishis, they have a really distinctive smell. It does not have the Mitsubishi smell at all. Instead, it smells like a Nissan, right? Just like my S13, just like my R32, it has that distinctive smell. It is so weird because on the interior it's all Mitsubishi. It's only the driveline. It's a Nissan. I have no idea. This is a really interesting thing to observe. Now, as you guys see now, it is not so comfortable to drive on the street. So my plans for this car is, now obviously I bought a drift car, so I'm definitely gonna go drifting in this. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna go extreme and go for competitions. I'll probably just do it casually and get my feet wet into drifting, and to make this car as street worthy as possible, making sure it's comfortable enough to take it to car meets, to meet people, and to bring it into events to show them how crazy this car is. And so probably I will there's a few things I will have to change. Instead of just purely on E85, I'll probably do a flex fuel, so that way I could put 98 in it, do a road trip, and it will be okay. The diff, definitely I'm gonna install a two-way LSD on it instead of a welded diff. Welded diff is great for drifting, not so much on the street, because it is actually pretty dangerous to drive. As it is on the street, it is going through really tight corners. It's a very hard car to drive around, and as well as the front tires make it a lot more easier to drive on the street. So and interior bits and pieces, just a few things here and there. So this is my plans so far for it. I'm very excited to take you guys on the journey. And thank you guys so much for watching. Now, if you like this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button. It will help me and it will help this channel a lot. And I really appreciate you guys for following along this journey so far. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. And if there's any suggestions, any plans, anything that you want to suggest, be sure to leave a comment. And I will see you guys next time. Oh.